Alrighty, guys, we are here, and the topic of discussion today is over Kurt Angle getting inducted into the TNA Hall of Fame. He is the second inductee, first being Sting, who I also kind of don't agree with, but we're talking about Kurt Angle today. And when I first heard about this, as it was announced Sunday at the pay-per-view, is that what about the guys who've been there since 2002? You know, the guys that have been there for so long. We have guys that have been there like AJ Styles and James Storm and Christopher Daniels, even though, you know, he left and did his own thing in Ring of Honor and, you know, other places. But these guys have been there for, you know, a decade now, and you know, they deserve it, in my opinion, a lot more than Kurt Angle does. I mean, Kurt Angle's been there since 2006, and while he has accomplished a lot there, I feel like he isn't deserving of it yet. And I would rather see that title of Hall of Fame go to an original member. Now, I'm going to just go over some of Kurt Angle's highlights since being in TNA. He is a 5-time World Heavyweight Champion, a 2-time World Tag Team Champion, one with Sting and one with AJ Styles, a 1-time X Division Champion, which makes him a triple crown. He was the 2007 and 2009 King of the Mountain winner, which kind of has some significance, kind of not. Fun match, though, to watch. He won Feud of the Year in 2006 and 2007 with Samoa Joe. Match of the Year with Sting from Bound for Glory at 2007, which was a fantastic match. I got to give it up to him, even though I find Kurt Angle's matches nowadays not as entertaining, and of course Sting is very slow in the ring. It was still a good match, and of course that was almost 6 years ago now. And then of course being inducted into the Hall of Fame. Now, when most people think of Kurt Angle, they remember him for his WWE days and not his TNA days. And when I think of Kurt Angle and TNA, I think of the Main Event Mafia. As the Main Event Mafia was popular, it was a group that was basically set to take over all of TNA, win all of the titles and everything. And it was Booker T, Kurt Angle, Scott Steiner, and Sting. And I believe I'm missing, and Ric Flair, I believe he was a part of it as well. And that's what I remember from Kurt Angle. And of course the Samoa Joe feud, which was pretty excellent. But I would much rather see AJ Styles be inducted into the TNA Hall of Fame. I believe he's the most deserving. When I first started watching TNA, he's one of the guys that caught my eye immediately, as at that point when I started watching, when they headed to Spike in 2004, you know, guys like AJ Styles and Abyss and Christopher Daniels and America's Most Wanted, which of course Chris Harris is no longer there, but those are the guys that really caught my attention to TNA. And then of course Team 3D came in 2005, and Kurt Angle came, and Christian Cage came, and Christian Cage put on good matches, but it was the original guys that really hooked me on TNA and got me to go back and watch, you know, matches from 2002 and 2003, and you know, matches by DVDs from that time period. And those guys have stuck with the company, and you know, they haven't gone to WWE or nothing like that, so that's why I believe that they're more deserving. But nonetheless, I do hope that Kurt Angle gets in the WWE Hall of Fame one day, because that's where he's had his most success. That's where he's most memorable from. And he was there from, 1999 to 2005. So a 6-year period in which he accomplished so much so fast. But he's had a good run in TNA. I will admit that. Just not the decision I would have made. But, you know, Dixie Carter's going to do her own thing. Hopefully we get someone like AJ Styles or Christopher Daniels, maybe Triple X as a team with Elix Skipper, America's Most Wanted, somebody as the third TNA Hall of Fame inductee. Maybe Ken Shamrock. He was the first NWA TNA champion. So I could see that happening, but knowing TNA and Dixie Carter, they'll put Hulk Hogan as the inductee or someone of that nature, But we'll just see what happens. I wouldn't be surprised if if the third inductee gets announced later this year, as they announced Sting. I believe it was early this year, maybe late last year, and then Kurt Angle now. So the third inductee would probably happen by the end of this year or maybe early next year. So we'll stay tuned. This is the first wrestling review / commentary I've done. I'll be doing, hopefully get one up every day, and I'll be doing this, and you could come join me, leave comments on what you guys think, and subscribe if you're not. Follow me on Twitter at xdeontayms, and stay true. Believe in wrestling. It's still around. Don't forget about it.